Super Growth, evolve into Thwackey, and evolving into Rillaboom. With the Voltage Beat, power up, my dude. A Calming Hurricane for 150. Oh, Mallow Lana, switch heal. Voltage Beats. Tropical Hour GX. Gonna shuffle all of those energies back. Shuffling all those energies back is gonna be absolutely huge. You are now watching Zacklessage PTCG. Let's get it. Yo, what's poppin' peeps? Welcome back to Zacklessage PTCG. I'm Zacklessage, and today we're going to be covering over Rillaboom RowEgg. I think this deck is absolutely cool. A lot of players really like this deck, maybe not as much as 76ers, who inspired this deck list. If not, it's their exact deck list. It's kind of unsure at this point. Basically, anything Rillaboom RowEgg is basically theirs at this point. But this deck is one of the best grass decks, if not the best grass deck in format, and I think it really pushes the limits of what a deck can do. So you have an energy accelerator, you could disrupt things, like there's a lot of really good things going on with this deck. So if you want to check out the deck list, it is in the description below. Check that out. If you're missing any of the cards for this deck or any of your other decks, go to PTCGO.com, plug in code Zacklessage5 to save 5% on your order of codes. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button right there. The goal of this video is to show you how the list works, explain you some tips and tricks, and show some gameplay on how to play this deck. All right, let's get there. Let's do it. Let's check it out, and let's jump right into the deck. So starting off, this deck is definitely based around RowEgg. The goal here is to use Super Growth to evolve into a Rillaboom. If you start with something that is not a Rillaboom, or a RowEgg, I should say, you can retreat because Super Growth is a free attack. There's also access to Air Balloon, and there's access to a couple copies of Switch in this deck, along with Mallow Lana. It shouldn't be a big deal to get out of the active spot. Well, what does Rillaboom do? Why are we trying to evolve into it? Well, it got the Voltage Beat ability, so once during your turn, you can search your deck for up to 2 grass energies, attach them to one of your Pokemon. With us having 10 grass energies, we could power up a lot of powerful Pokemon, including the RowEgg itself. So we're able to attach 3 energies per turn, 2 for the two from the Rillaboom, 1 for the turn, and if we have 2 Rillaboom out, we can attach even more. So we could attack with Calming Hurricane to do 150, which is a sizable number to 2-shot most Pokemon, and you could heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Additionally, Tropical Hour GX, if you need to do 200, is great, but if you have 6 energies attached to it, you could remove all of your opponent's energies from play, shuffle them back into your opponent's deck. That would work wonderful with something like Reset Stamp to just kind of end a game if your opponent lets you get to that kind of level. Dubwool V is a great way to kind of tank hits at the end of the game. So 240 HP Pokemon, you could even build it up more with Cape of Toughness, and you could just go Revenge Blast for 270 when your opponent has 5 prize cards left. Between Mallow Lana and other healing aspects of this deck, like I said for Calming Hurricane, this deck can really just like withstand the hits. Now, if you do find yourself playing against anything that would be like Fire type, I could totally imagine that the Mewtwo and Mew-GX, which is a carbon copy of the RowEgg, as long as you have one in play or your discard pile, you can just attack with that. It is no longer weak to Fire type. It would be weak to Psychic type. This deck runs off a tag call engine, so it should be pretty consistent to be able to get off the turn 1 Super Growth. Now, people here who might be wondering about the arts in this deck, I do actually own the arts for the Grookey that are shiny. You can see I own a playset. I've traded for most, if not all, of the Shining Fates shinies, at least the playable ones. I looked through all the Grookeys, and the one that's the most playable is the one that we're playing in this deck. It's because it has 70 HP, and we gotta watch out for Pokemon that can do 60 damage for a single energy. There's quite a few, including Rowlet, that's seeing a lot of play in the Turbo Zacians and in Decigoon's decks. So the 70 damage the 70 HP quite often can withstand the hit, and as much as it doesn't necessarily match the clout, and I mean, if you look through my Grookey collection, I totally have a bunch of Grookeys, even like the promo ones that are quite hard to get online. With 60 HP, full on would definitely be a better attack. Same thing, I think that Fury Swipes is a very strong attack. It's cute, it looks aesthetic, it's just not the best one. So that's what we got going on for this deck. Totally want to play a few games on the ladder, so let's check that out, see what's going on with this Rillaboom RowEgg deck. Okay, so we lost a coin flip, that's fine. Hopefully we get to go second here because we want to go Super Growth going first. So that's going to be pretty good here. The Grookey is okay-ish, because we could always just retreat it into a RowEgg. So let's see what our opponent flips up here. Hopefully it's not a Fire type deck. And our opponent's playing Nose Pass. And I mean... okay, so this is some kind of Nose Pass control deck. That's kind of weird. So Draw Towards is definitely going to switch some Pokemon around. ADP Nose Pass. I'm so unsure what this is. And the Galar Mine makes it only weirder. That's okay. Let's see exactly how we can get around this. I need to now kind of... I need to now get a Pokemon just because there's Switch there. So let's go for Cynthia Caitlin. I'm going to discard a Reset Stamp. And I'm going to draw 3. Okay, the tag call there is really hot. So I'm going to go for this. And I'm going to go for a Mallow Lana. The reason why I'm going to go for a Mallow Lana is because I have another tag call in my hand if I really need it. And I do think that with Galar Mine, there's a good chance that they're going to drag me away with Draw Towards. So let's see exactly what we could do here. Let's go RowEgg, Alolan Exeggutor. And I should have checked through my deck, but that's fine. We're going to go through the risky business of trying to find out what we have prized with Super Growth. Please don't prize the Thwackey. Please don't prize the Rillaboom. So we have one Thwackey prized. We don't have a Thwackey prize, I should say, and we don't have a Rillaboom prized. We do have Mewtwo prized. It seems like we got a decent bit of stuff going on here. Nothing crazy. Decent bit of everything. So you want to know what? I feel pretty okay with all of this. That's a solid turn 1 for this deck. So there's their Altered Creation. I mean, I'm okay with them getting this off because I can hit for like 150. They could go for their Ultimate Ray, and then I could just shuffle all their energies back away. So as long as that works, I'm cool with it. I don't know what the Probopass is doing there. This is a weird deck, but maybe there's maybe they're coming on with something cool. Okay. Just a couple metal energies there. Maybe Probopass is like the new Zacian. Their deck seems to be working exceptionally well so far. Okay, so far, nothing crazy going on here. I don't know if there's much that I want to grab with Guzma or anything like that. I'm pretty sure I just want to go Voltage Beat. 1, 2. I'm going to attach for my turn. And I feel pretty confident about just going Calming Hurricane. Like, to me, that seems like a pretty good attack. There's not much else that I actually want to do here. Like, I don't want to search my deck for anything with Guzma right now. So let's go Calming Hurricane. Not Tropical Hour GX. I want to shuffle all of my opponent's energies back. So we'll see how they play this one out. The fact that we're getting it off so soon is just crazy. So Tropical Hour GX is quite a strong attack. There's their energy. Are we going to shuffle 6 energies back to our opponents on like our 3rd turn of the game? That'd be insano. And drawing 3 prize cards. And it shows that not every single deck needs to be that, like, not every single deck needs to be ADP or Pikarom. Like, Rillaboom RowEgg certainly has a decent matchup spread. I don't feel that comfortable against the fire type matchups, but this is actually incredibly awkward. I'm gonna need to find an energy. I'm gonna need to find some energies for sure. But it's, you wanna know what, it's not that bad. I could still get the knockout for 150, so I don't feel terrible about this. I like the ADP powered up to ADP. That seems pretty strong if you ask me. Okay, 2 prize cards there for our opponents. We're about to draw 3 prize cards, so I'm cool with that. I'm gonna go... I don't know if I ever need a free retreater. Actually, I don't know if I need... Let's go tag call here first. I'm gonna go like this. And I'm gonna go Mallow Lana. I think that those 2 cards can be incredibly good for me. Now I can go Guzma discarding these 2 Pokemon. Because I don't need them. And I do have the Chaotic Swell. Chaotic Swell. I'm going to get a Big Charm, and I'm going to get a Capture Energy. So I'm excited about those. And I'm going to grab those 3 cards. I'm going to go Capture Energy goes down here. I don't know if there's something that I really want to grab. A lot of these Pokemon I probably don't want to grab. And I'm probably not. I'm just going to go solo in with my RowEgg at this point. I'm going to go Big Charm. And since I'm not doing anything else, I'm just going to leave this like this. Yeah, I'm going to leave my hand like that. I might need to... You want to... No, I don't need to. I'm going to draw 3 prize cards. I do need to keep that in mind. So let's go... Let's just leave the hand like that because I don't need to switch. Calming Hurricane. It's one of those things where you don't want to... Like, I'm overthinking a little bit. Not realizing that I'm not drawing prize cards. I'm trying to balance cards for Guzma, Hallow, and Mallow Lana because I do need to discard cards from my hands. So that's the reason why I'm hemming and hawing so much. The double Ordinary Rod in hand is like fine, but it doesn't necessarily change anything for me. I just really need to go for that huge Tropical Hour GX next turn. And we're really waiting here. We'll see exactly how it goes. And I mean, to anyone who's watching this video, you might be like, oh, Zach, you're only doing well because it's like it's an unknown deck or someone's homebrewed deck. But certainly I think it's one of those things where we don't need to worry about it too much. I'm trying to showcase how this deck sets up, and nothing else particularly matters. Is this a way to just do extra damage? Like how much damage are they doing? 10 plus 30, so they're doing 100 and 30 damage with Gravitational Drop. That's not bad, I guess. And they are resistant to grass, so I should note that as well. I just need a grass energy. Oh, that's really bad, actually. I need an energy. That was a really rough reset stamp. Yeah, no matter what happens, that might have cost me the game. Not having access to Mallow Lana has really been awkward. Because I can hit into this ADP, but unless I shuffle back all their energies... So I need to top deck an energy. Yeah, I really need to top deck an energy or a way to find an energy. That'd be so much better than whatever happened. Unless, of course, they don't attack me for some reason. Okay. Now I really need to top deck just a way to get an energy. Okay. And there's the 180 right there. So this is what makes it terrible for me, is that no matter what, unless I top deck an energy, I can't shuffle their energies back. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Let's go Chaotic Swell here, just because I don't want to lose the game. Hopefully they do not have access to Switch and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead here, and I'm going to go for a gigantic Tropical Hour GX. So that's going to shuffle all their energies back on their ADP. So as long as they don't knock me out, I'm okay here. That's what I'm hoping for. As long as they can't knock me out with Probopass, I'm okay. And I thought I'd never say those words. But they got rid of my Big Charm. They got rid of all these other things. Yep, I'm literally about to lose to the Probopass deck. Oh no. I hate when people do that, but that's okay. Play out your game, play out your game, play out your game. Well played to my opponent, but we did get it off. Reset stamp can definitely kill us. That's okay. It happens. Totally got to have fun with it. So we lost the coin flip. Here we actually want to be able to go seconds, just so that we're able to get into the turn 1 super growth. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, but that's okay. It gives us time to kind of figure out exactly what our opponent's playing. With it being water type, I'm expecting maybe Inteleon. Could be Kyogre. We'll see exactly how it goes. And if there's a chance that their water Pokemon might be weak to grass, we can cross our fingers if they are playing a water deck. Oh, okay. Our opponent's just Volcanion. That's okay. We'll see exactly what we could do here. I think there's a chance that we're still able to win. So let's go Quick Ball. We're going to discard a Marnie because we have 2 copies of Marnie. Let's go in here, find a RowEgg. Gonna go through, see what we have in the deck. We see that we have our Thwackeys, we have our copy of Rillaboom, all that good stuff. Got enough energies going on here. And we're actually going to toss this away because we're going to turn into a Mewtwo deck really quickly. So this is a great way for us to just kind of transform our deck. I'm going to go ahead, put a Grookey down. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach an energy to the Mewtwo. The only reason why I'm attaching to the Mewtwo and not the Grookey is because I don't want to get knocked out if our opponent just decides to go High Heat Blast for 100 damage. So let's see exactly what we could do. Next turn, we could go for Super Growth using Perfection, copying it out of the discard pile, and we should be pretty good here. So let's just vibe out, see exactly what our opponent's playing. The fact that they're just attaching a Fire Energy first. Okay, so our opponent's playing Scorch Silvally. One of the best things that you could do in Pokemon is not attach an energy first, because it's much better to search through your deck when it comes through this. What if all the Scorch is reprised, or if you want to attach to something else? There's nothing that you gain by attaching it first. It's much better to search your deck out first. Unless you're discarding or changing your hand, or if you're an actually like super forgetful person, obviously play within your limits, but it's much better to gather the information and understand what's in your deck first before ever attaching an energy. So here, we're going to just go Retreat. I'm going to go Marnie. Yeah, Marnie. Nothing great going on in that hand, but that's okay. I can go Super Growth, Retreats, and Super Growth. So there's a Thwackey, Evolve. And then I could evolve the Thwackey instantly into a Rillaboom. So kind of like Forest of Giant Plants, if anyone's one of the players from the yesteryears. I think this is it's totally a cool concept. And if you want to make this deck a little bit more budget, of course, there's other versions of Rillaboom as well that are a little bit more cheaper to play. I wouldn't be surprised if our opponent went right into an attack with High Heat Blast here. Certainly wouldn't be terrible on their behalf. And I'm probably going to put the Shaymin down also. As soon as I get an opportunity next turn, I probably should have put it down last turn after my Marnie. It has free retreat, although I wasn't necessarily worried of our opponent ever getting a knockout here. So we'll see what they decide to do. They could either go Flare Starter, High Heat Blast, or attack with G-Max Sentinferno. G-Max Sentinferno might legitimately be their best option. Okay, so there's 110. I mean, I'm pretty sure that... you want to know what? I'm probably going to heal here and just hope that our opponent does not have another Welder. I think that doesn't sound half bad. So I'm going to go Mallow... I'm going to go Shaymin goes down. Mallow Lana. I'm going to discard both of these. So this gives me a really good pivot. And I'm going to try to go for the huge turn here. I'm going to go through my deck first. I'm going to take my own advice. So there's 2 energies. And before I decide to even attach, I could always do it next turn. I don't think our opponent's going to play like any kind of thing to discard our energies or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead here and just attack. I'm going to keep the grass energy in my hand. So let's go Calming Hurricane. That's going to be a knockout. And if we're able to survive this next hit, our opponent would need to get Welder and attach 2 energies. So 6 energies, 240 plus base damage, 40, 280 damage. If there's no Welder, we survive the attack. Yeah, we'll see exactly how this goes. The Crobat's a little bit crazy there. But will they get the Welder for the 2 energies? I don't know if they're just sitting there doing math and like, how many energies do I need to get the knockout? Or not. I really, really, really want to get us into copying that attack there with the Tropical Hour GX. That would put us in a very good position. This is going to be for a Dedenne GX, I think. Oh? Okay, they're just thinning out. There's another Welder gone. So they need to get Welder 2 energies. And they haven't played a supporter, obviously, since they can still play Welder down. Oh, this could be so bad. That's going to be calm for an Eldegoss, 100%. Yep, this is absolutely terrible. Worst case scenario for this deck for sure, because now we just won't be able, like, I don't think we'll be able to win. And this is why, like, Centiskorch is a tough matchup for sure. I don't necessarily think Centiskorch Silvally is like a crazy good deck, but it's certainly working well this game. I wouldn't think that our opponent was going to get it after everything that they went through. But getting the Eldegoss back, I mean, I guess I got to give it to them. So here, I'm actually going to go ahead and go for a Marnie. There's nothing particularly that I want to do with this hand. I'm just trying to get a double to maybe attack. And unfortunately missed everything. So we can attach 2 energies and attack with Flower Storm, but that's not going to be enough. I could use Rillaboom to power up Dubwool, only 2 energies. So nothing's going to really work here, and that's really how this game's going to crumble. So we'll give our opponent the well played, and we're just going to concede this one. I mean, our goal here is to try to win a game in this series. If it's possible, it's possible. Again, we're trying to go second here, so we'll see. Looks like our opponent's going first, so I don't actually hate that. And I mean, I feel like our other games that we lost are basically based off of our opponent drawing well with Centiskorch, which I don't necessarily think that's a matchup that I feel comfortable in. And there's other things too, like where my opponent just reset stamped me into nothing. Now, this is not particularly a great hand, but it's fine. I can get things going on with it. Depends on what we're playing against. So hopefully we're playing against, okay, there's an ADP deck. So that's fine. We'll see exactly. Like, ADP is one of the more popular decks. It's something that I'm certainly worried about because ADP has gained Rusted Sword. They should be able to knock out a Rillaboom in a single hit now. Or not a Rillaboom, a RowEgg, I should say, which makes it incredibly difficult. So we did get that. I don't necessarily hate that. I'm going to go for Tag Call. And the Tag Call is going to be for a Guzma and a RowEgg. Now, I just want to make sure I do have 1 Grookey, 2 Thwackeys, a Rillaboom, so we prized 1 of each. Got Crobats, got some of that stuff. We prized in, we do have an Ordinary Rod in our hands. Got a decent bit of everything here. I mean, I'm feeling cool with this stuff. Let's go ahead and go Guzma, discarding this, and you want to know what? I think we're going to discard a reset stamp. I don't think we're going to remotely get there yet. I'm going to go for a Chaotic Swell, Air Balloon, and I should have checked for Air Balloon. That's legitimately my bad, because that could have cost me a lot. Capture Energy. So the Capture Energy is going to go down like this. So we're going to go RowEgg, searching our deck for a Grookey. Perfect. Grookey. I'm going to go right into the Big Charm because that's going to give me my best chance. Free retreats. Retreating already. Chaotic Swell. Yeah, in case they play anything, I don't know what they could play. I might as well play Chaotic Swell. And I'm going to go for Super Growth. Evolve into Thwackey. And evolving into Rillaboom. Okay, so really threw out a good turn against my opponent. I really like this hand, to be honest, especially playing against ADP. It's a little bit, like, awkward with the amount of Pokemon that I got, like, stuff that I got going on in this hand, like, but I should be able to take away all their energies and kind of, like, jump into the game. The biggest issue is, yeah, there's a Crushing Hammer. I don't know how they managed to fit Crushing Hammer and Rusted Sword into the deck. Maybe that's, like, something that's really good. I don't know. Maybe that improves the Eternatus matchup. Something we really gotta think about when it comes to this deck. I plan on covering an updated ADP on my channel. I know I already covered one for the Shining Fates format, but as we get ready for the Players Cup 3, do expect that on my channel in the next little bit, just as I kind of finalize on some of my lists. So, you wanna know what? This isn't looking like a bad turn for our opponent at all. Seems quite strong, actually. I think they're just gonna go for Altered Creation. There's only so much they can do. Maybe they're gonna try to play a Mawile. Got a decent bit of stuff discarded already. Can't use any more Metal Saucers. I think this is gonna be an Altered Creation turn if I ever seen one. Okay. So one thing that I'd say is if you're playing ADP or if you're playing against ADP, Mawiling your opponent when they have 3 cards in hand seems like a mistake. I'd also say, like, if your opponent looks like they're playing around things, like if they're discarding Pokemon, that's a that would be a mistake to go Mawile. They're either baiting you by having a Pokemon in there and thinking that they did enough, or that they just don't actually have one. So I'd say, like, no offense to our opponent, but it looks like they're overplaying a little bit here. I don't know what else they're searching for in their hands. Like, they already got a Crushing Hammer off. They've already played their supporter for a turn. They already attached an energy. Are they really trying to, like, they can't even get, like, a Metal Saucer. So a lot of these cards are really wasteful, and I could just play a Marnie and end everything that they just did. So keep that in mind just as a general practice. And always, as you can see, I kept that Quick Ball in my hand because I was worried my opponent could play Mawile. If that was a Crobat, or if I played it already, I just have another Pokemon on the bench. I therefore successfully baited my opponent, and not to say baiting in a bad way, they decided to just go against my hand and use Mawile GX as a mistake, and that's completely fine. So here, I think I just want to go forward with Voltage B before I do anything. I mean, I don't think there's too much that I want to go through here. Like, you got to think of, like, what am I trying to actually get out of my hands? I already have Mallow Lana, I already have, like, all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead here and just power up my dude. I'm going to attach an energy there. I'm going to keep everything else that I have in my hand, and I'm going to vibe out, hit for Calming Hurricane for 150. And just hopefully next turn I'm able to go for Tropical Hour GX. Now, worst case scenario here is that they just go Lysander, bringing up my Rillaboom, and then I'm just stuck in a really awkward spot. And that's something that's very possible that could happen. There's a Crushing Hammer again. The fact that they're playing Crushing Hammer tells, like, yeah, they can't bring it up at this point. And I'm almost okay with the Marnie there. I might need to watch out for another Mawile, but we'll see exactly how it goes. There's the Ultimate Ray, perfect. So we're going to be able to get off the gigantic Tropical Hour GX here. At least I think we should be able to. I think we have enough energies in our deck here. And I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to go Tag Call, grabbing Mewtwo and Mallow Lana. So I don't think I need Mewtwo for the rest of the game. And I don't think I need the other one. So let's go Mallow Lana, switch heal. And I think it's just a good idea to heal in general. Let's go Voltage Beat. Doing this, and now we can retreat. Tropical Hour GX. Gonna shuffle all of those energies back. Shuffling all those energies back is gonna be absolutely huge. Our opponent wasted that Metal Saucer. This is a really good matchup to, like, hold on to that Metal Saucer. And I don't necessarily know if we're gonna be threatened with a comeback. They need to get Metal Saucer energy. Or attack with Mawile, which would not get a knockout. So we'll see exactly how this goes. I wouldn't even mind getting a Shaymin Prism Star powered up. That'd be super cool if that's a possibility. Maybe they're just going to go for Intrepid Sword. Now, the Intrepid Sword is going to hit different at 290 damage. I do need to be careful of that. Okay. There's a Marnie. That's totally acceptable. Okay. I honestly just don't know how this is going to work out. I do like that there's Quick Ball for Shaymin, and I can get an attack off. And they're just going to concede. Okay, so we were able to win a game. Let's go. Got that dub. Let's take it. Yo, there we go for the deck. I mean, we've had a lot of close games in this video, and I mean, I think it really showed the power of Rillaboom and Tropical Hour GX. Is this deck the best deck in format? No, I don't think it's remotely close to that. But is it the best grass deck? Yeah, probably it is. Grass is an undervalued type in our game right now, and there's certainly some powerful grass type Pokemon. I think Eldegoss is probably the best grass type Pokemon in the game. But this really shows how a pure grass deck can kind of pop off and do well. So hopefully you enjoyed watching me struggle in some of these games and being able to succeed against that ADP deck. I know a lot of people hate ADP. Certainly seen some comments on my channel about how much people hate me for making ADP content, but that's okay. We're always going to put a big smile on the face and play some Pokemon, because that's what it's all about. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching all the way up until this point. The support on the channel has been absolutely incredible lately. And for everyone else who supported the channel even more than just watching it, shout out to our channel members. There's going to be the next slide giving a shout out, so stay tuned for that, see who's supporting the channel. And beyond that, I don't know, it's just we'll see where the future takes us. Thanks again for watching. I gotta go, what am I gonna go do this time? I think I'm gonna go play some games on my Nintendo Switch with my lovely girlfriend Michelle. So I'm gonna go hang out with her for a little bit on this fine Saturday evening. Have yourself a wonderful night, and I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who's been supporting this channel, watching the videos, and an extra huge shout out for those who have become channel members already. I wouldn't have ever expected to get any channel members, at least not even this soon. I still feel my channel is super small, but I appreciate y'all showing the love, and really it's firing my desire to continue to create more and more better content. I'm the worst at pronouncing names, as you could probably tell between Eternatus, and all that stuff. But shout out to Ali Plays Pokemon and Xenon TCG for supporting me as a content creator. You went out of your way, and it truly means the world. If you want to help support the channel, you can continue to watch the videos. I totally love it. But you could also become a channel member today. There's a lot of variety of offerings that we do have at this channel, so I would totally appreciate if you could do anything, but even if you can't, just watching the videos would be more than amazing. Thank you to everyone, and especially Ali and Xenon for helping me out here. I'm just absolutely baffled. It's amazing, but thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you haven't already, it'd mean the world to me if you could subscribe to help support me as a content creator. Thanks again, and have yourself a great one.